This is Austin with Minerva Waggio. I'm here with Trevor, who just did what?
I got top 8 at the Richmond Regional, and this is Peanut.
In the floor with him.
I was playing.
What did you play?
I was playing Prank Kid Brave.
What was your record?
It was X2. I went X2 and at the very last round. I lost and I dropped because I already had my invite. Like I checked the Dropbox. And then one of Tyree Tinsley, the two-time Tyree Tinsley
Of Luxury Gaming.
Saw that I dropped X2 at table 2, and he was like, no, don't be an idiot. No, don't be an idiot. You could still randomly get top 8. And I was like, no way. And I went to the head judge and I was like, yo, undrop me, and I ended up getting top 8. So huge shout out to Tyree, two-time Tinsley.
You won this beautiful mat.
Yeah.
This is not mat number what?
3. This is my 3rd regional top of the format.
Nice.
All playing Prank Kids.
All right, let's get into the deck profile.
Yeah. So I played a very small Prank Kid lineup. Just wanted it to be a good engine to work with. So 10 actual names. It felt like the right number. Sometimes I didn't draw any. Sometimes I drew just one. I didn't draw 3 very much, so that was the goal, not drawing 3. I played 10-45, which is 78% chance to see 1, and then a 64% to see 2, something like that. But it was good enough to not draw 3 for the math. So yeah, that was the Prankin engine, and then of course, best card in the game right now, completely ridiculous.
That is not a Griffin Rider. That is a Small World.
Yes. So I consider this another Enchantress. Most of the time, I use this to search Enchantress. But this is 8. It's a good number. It feels right. I wish I could play more, but I didn't want to play more Small World with this build because I wanted to. I just wanted to play more interactive cards. You'll see specifically what cards soon. Plus the numbers didn't work out well with this, as I wanted to play closer to 40 instead of 60. So I might see too many Prank Kids, but Small World also helps with when you have too many Prank Kids. There's a couple reasons that I didn't want to cut Small World. It also it searches hand traps. This format, you can go second against Despia, and you can just Small World into Bell and then just shut off their entire turn. Or if you already have Bell, you can Small World into DD Crow or something like that. For example, it's pretty good.
Seems good.
Yeah, so I liked it because you could also go second right now. And then the rest of the of the Brave package.
How many times did you resolve Draco back?
Draco back? Should have been played too. No, I'm just messing with you.
Because I will not lie. I resolved that card at least once every game.
Yeah. Draco back is very good. It's out a lot of bird cards, so that was cool. It outed no floodgates, but it outed big monsters. Of course, it's just good. Classic. One Fateful. I think One Fateful is plenty, especially when I'm not playing Souls. You force them to deal with it, and they use their resources, and back row removal isn't huge right now in engines, so that's pretty good. The DPE cards, you have to play them. I cut them for a bit to see if I could. You cannot, unfortunately.
You considered switching them for branded?
No, you can't do that. You can't do that because you want to draw this and still play with the Prank Kid Link monsters. So
that's fair.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyways, to the hand traps. Kind of feels like a weird hand trap lineup, this version of the deck, but it was pretty satisfying. It was the 3 best hand traps, I think, that this format, as well as kind of DD Crow is pretty good this format too, but kind of awkward against Sword Soul. So I didn't want to play too many DD Crow for that reason, where this is kind of good against Despia, but also good against Sword Soul. This is kind of all right against Sword Soul, but insane like game against Despia. You just Ash the Brain Infusion, and this is very good to like draw for turn as well as against like a lot of stuff. It stops the Enchantress. It stops Brandon Red. It stops everything. Bella's pretty good this format. So I like this like. Oh, sorry, that's actually not all of them. I liked this like simple lineup, and then I also played 2 more hand traps. It's 2 nibs in the main deck. There's no room for this in the side, so like I knew I wouldn't be playing it if not in the main, and I didn't want to not play this card in my list at all. And I thought specifically for this event that this would not be horrible to main deck, because like I thought all these hand traps as well as the other power spells that I played were good against Despia. That like I could have a dead card and be okay. Every single time I saw this, it was very good. I'm so happy that I played some amount in the main deck, and it gave me the option to also like small rolled to search this if I wanted to in a certain situation, and I like that as well. So I'm glad that I played it. It was very good. And like Sword Soul, this is insane against Sword Soul because they're not playing around it at all. Like they almost never summon Baron nowadays. Like right now. So they just make the long end synchro before they make the 8 synchro because they want to draw, which makes sense, but then you just throw this down and their entire turn is over, and then you just win with the Brave DPE cards. Yeah. So the hand trap lineup felt good. It's 12. And then like 15 altogether for going second cards, and Talents is kind of also a going second card in this deck. And then Call By as well. Droplets was good. I really liked it in the main deck.
Von Grab, Griffin.
Huh? Oh, Vom Grab, yeah. Vom Grab, yes sir. Should be banned, so good. Droplets, I really liked the main deck. Again, I knew I wouldn't want to play it in the side deck. And I felt like, again, this format is like crazy diverse. You'll play a different deck every single round. It's absurd that like you should have a card like this specifically right now that is good against a large range of decks. So yeah, I'm very glad I played it. 2 Talents. I didn't want to play 3, but I probably could have played 3. I definitely didn't want to side this again. I did want to main it, and I'm so glad I did. This was good going first. This was good going second. You would just like you would steal monsters, make Verte after like they triple hand trapped you. You would they would basically hand loop. You would be able to hand loop with when you drew this because they would use a dumb hand trap, and then you hit another card, and then you have full knowledge of like everything. And in this deck, when you know what you're playing against, you just win those games. So there's 45 cards. It felt very good. And then to the extra deck. Yeah. Tokens. I wanted a higher chance of drawing like Bell and Ash, so
It makes sense.
I didn't want to play like 50
reason.
or 60. Yeah.
Because then you can draw into them.
Yeah. Without souls, you can't like get the full like you don't have a high chance of getting good value off the draw effect. Most time I was taking and like hitting from hand, but you could draw. Like one time I needed to draw just to see more of the engine. But yeah, it comes up. And then for the Printed Links, just the 1 Meow, the 2 Doodles. I like playing 3, but because of certain choices in my extra deck, I needed to cut the 3rd. And the 3rd honestly never really comes up, but when it comes up, it's very good. But it doesn't come up enough, so it's all right to play it too. Like the 3rd one didn't come up at all today, and not even the last regional that I played at. I got 3rd at that one. Anyways, 1 Bow Wow, 1 Washer, best card in the extra deck. Whenever you summon this, it's just you win those games. Battle Butler, Engine Environment, right? Funny, I summoned it like once or twice. You just don't summon it.
Used to be the only thing you'd summon. Now you don't summon it.
Yeah, it's weird. But anyways. Double Link Spider still feels mandatory. Double Verte, I summoned the second one a lot this event. This is like the first event that I actually the second Verte came up like so many times. Cerberus, Unicorn. Cerberus is insane. It's like a better version of the third Doodle. When you have like Doodle and like 2 monsters underneath the Doodle, you get to like make this player on DPE pop, player on Cerberus, because like it's co-linked to the Doodle. You get to draw, you get to pop a bunch of stuff, and then it even gives you a good pointer to make Unicorn. So, and then that Unicorn can't be destroyed by card effects. Like, this is ridiculous. Like especially the protection effect came up a lot in testing. Not a whole lot in the tournament today, but a lot in testing. And then the 1 access code, and the DPE. And then I played, I'm probably going to ask Austin to pronounce this for me, El Shaddai and Enolotilis. Enolotilis.
And wait, what?
I don't know. It's the water shuttle. It's fine.
Ananolitis.
Ananolitis. It's the water shuttle. I'll go.
What's that for?
Real quick.
What exactly is that for?
For my side deck, I played 3 Shuttle Fusion and an Aerial in the side deck, and it would be against like DPE decks, the SAD deck, the Despia deck. It's just, this is absolutely ridiculous. After siding, you put this in, and you always get to fuse from deck. You send the Aerial, and you send a water monster. Oh, what water monster? You send the Enchantress, and then you immediately you banish stuff from grave, so you force out the Brandon in red right there, or they don't get to use it at all because all their targets are gone. And then it will also send this to grave, so you're able to, so if they did activate the Brandon in red, this just deals with absolutely everything, and then afterwards you just normal summon a Prank Kid. That gets interrupted. Oh no, you just make Verte, and that's just everything. So this was absolutely ridiculous. I only activated this twice, but when I did, it was just fucking game. If I saw this more, like, that would be great. This was so cool. And in theory, like, if you draw this, you can use Fateful to discard it and then get its effect. So
that's had multiple uses.
Yeah, exactly. So, but yeah, this was ridiculous. It was so good. And then
the rest of the side.
The rest of the side deck. 2 Imperm, 2 DD Crow. I wanted more DD Crow for the Despia matchup, as well as not Sword Soul decks. Usually DD Crow is just, as well as like this is also good against like Eldritch, like trap decks. So that was good for me because I did play like some back removal, but it didn't feel like enough. So I liked this card because it was good against back row as well as like combo decks. So that was cool. 3 Token Collector because Sword Soul is fucking busted, and I wanted something good against Sword Soul, and this is very good. So that was, man, whenever like multiple games, like maybe like 5 games, I would just be playing like Token Collector DPE control, and that was just somehow the best deck in the entire format. It's crazy. And then 3 2-in-1 reboot. I wanted to respect back row decks, but like not too much. Like a lot of decks, like not even back row decks, are just playing floodgates nowadays, especially in the side. So all of these interact with floodgates. They're not like Lightning Storm or
Mine anti-spell,
or like even Duster. I didn't want to play that because it didn't interact with anti-spell. So the like Rivalry goes into like all those, like Summon Limit too. All these interact with those, so I liked that. Didn't really actually come up. Like I only saw this against Striker to like hit some back rows and kill her, but them. Jeez. But yeah, that was the deck. 15-50, 15-15, 45.
Do you remember any of your matchups?
God no. I think like 2 Despia, 2 Sword Soul, a bird. Last one was Dragon Link. That sucked because my deck's just not made for Dragon Link. I don't know how the one fucking Dragon Link player always ends up finding me, but I always end up building a deck that's just horrible for Dragon Link because it's not in the format. Anyways, rant. I played nothing else really in particular. I guess like Striker. I didn't play any mirrors, which was wild. Like, how are people not on the best deck? I don't get it. Anyways.
All right. Do you have any shout outs before we head out?
No more shout outs there. Huge shout outs to Tables and Towers. If you ever get the chance to go to the Maryland area for a locals, go to Tables and Towers. They have case tournaments too. They have a case tournament coming up this Saturday, the 14th. You can follow them on Facebook. They are amazing. Also, big shout outs to Rolly as well as the group chat. Appreciate it. That is all.
All right. Thank you. Bye.